Cool. So, hi guys. This is Chris from DoraHacks. Welcome to the Boundless Hackathon at Stanford opening ceremony. Obviously, it's a virtual one. And today we are very happy to have some of the main hosts and strategic partners of the hackathon to join with us. Sam, which is the CEO of ZBack, our old friend, welcome. Kun, who is from the Stanford blockchain accelerator as the judge of this hackathon as well. Join as well for this opening ceremony. Welcome, Kun. And also we will expect Omar, which is the head of the BD of ZK Sync. He should be joining in a couple minutes. So yeah, definitely also welcome everyone who is watching this opening ceremony. And let's jump right into the opening ceremony main topic. So why don't I give a little bit background of this hackathon and also a little bit shadow about the whole Stanford and whole vision for this hackathon. So I think everyone knows Stanford from the earliest days of encryption industry to present. Crypto enthusiasts have constantly been exploring the limitless possibility of the blockchain world. And in this journey, Stanford University have absolutely played a very important role with its world-class computer science education. And by now, Stanford University has already produced a great pool of blockchain talents, providing a steady stream of fresh blood for the development of Web3 world. And to further facilitate the involvement of more technology developers in the progress of the Web3 world, and to promote innovation and application of on-chain infrastructure, the Stanford Blockchain Accelerator has joined the force with industry partners such as ZBack Protocol, Nautilus Chain, and Roost Lab to co-host the Boundless Hackathon at Stanford for the first time with DoraHacks. It's definitely our pleasure to work with this best teams in the industries. This event aims to inspire talents developers to encourage the pioneering endeavors based on blockchain infrastructure. So I think right now the submission channel for the Boundless Hackathon has already officially opened. And if you can go to the DoraHacks website page, and you will find Boundless Hackathon at Stanford. And you can find, actually, there are already 36 project submissions there. But I would like to briefly work through like how you can pretty much wait, Tina, I'm not sure okay, share the screen. Yeah. Just want to make sure if everyone can see my screen right now.
Yep, we can see it.
Cool. So simply go to DoraHacks.io and click Hackathon button at the very top. And if you want to go down a little bit more, you can find the main page here and you click it. There's a very comprehensive submission guide here. It should take you no more 3 to 5 minutes, even if you are a new user of the DoraHacks platform. But pretty much what you should do is go to DoraHacks platform, log in with your GitHub account, and create your Budo, which is a project in our term. After you create your own Budo, you can use your Budo profile to submit here, submit project here. So for more, I don't want to take too long on this because our speakers will give their keynotes later. But if you have any questions in terms of the submissions, you can first go through all of the registration guide and submission guide here. And second, if there's something that you find is difficult to understand or have some problem to do finish the submission process, feel free to reach out to DoraHacks operation team. We will be there 24/7 for you guys to solve your problems. So yeah, let's go back to the main opening ceremony schedule. I think today all of the speakers will give a keynote speech at their expertise field. And like I mentioned, Kun, which is the Stanford Blockchain Accelerator judges of this hackathon, will be the very first people to give a speech. So Kun, feel free to start if you're ready.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Really great to be here. And so my name is Kun Peng. I'm the founder of the Stanford Blockchain Accelerator program and also the instructor of the Web3 entrepreneurship course at Stanford University. On the Stanford Blockchain Accelerator, I give a brief kind of background of what we do. So it's a crypto native Web3 founder community for Stanford students, alumni, and the Stanford blockchain community. The accelerator itself is part of the Stanford Blockchain Club, for like a student club in Stanford across different schools: business school, law school, medical school, engineering school. And it's run by alumni board and current students who support its operations. And we have incubated like 36 startups. So we incubate like 10 to 15 Stanford student alumni teams per cohort. And we already did 3 cohort. We did like per like cohorts like 5 months. And we help them in every aspect, building transformational blockchain ventures, from need validation, product strategy, finding product market fit, tokenomics, cryptography, fundraising, go-to-market, etc., hiring. And we got some of the best thought leaders in the industry, researchers, professors from Stanford, and from reputable institutions like Andreessen Horowitz, Paradigm, Polychain, etc., to share with the team some of their perspective, and also mentor the teams. And the team we incubated have raised up to date like over $90 million from some of the best found in the space, like Andreessen Horowitz, Polychain, Bain Capital Crypto, Sequoia, Paradigm, Dragonfly, and among others. And more importantly, over 60 of them have already launched a product, although we only have like a year and a half of history. And some of them are post-revenue, building like real product, meeting like real needs in the industry. And our mission is to incubate ventures driving blockchain adoption and overcoming the friction to enable performant, scalable, usable, and interoperable blockchain applications. And if you're a founder or aspiring blockchain founder, and some of your founding team is from Stanford, definitely apply. We are now recruiting for the 4th cohort. And definitely welcome to the Boundless Hackathon, and can't wait to see what come out of the hackathon. And we can definitely help some of the best teams and winners from the hackathon to go beyond to the next step, especially if you're affiliated with Stanford. Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you very much, Kun, for this introduction. I didn't know that like Stanford has such a strong blockchain accelerator before. I do know Stanford computer science is pretty strong and deliver many talents to the industries, but I didn't realize that there's accelerators. So yeah, definitely very looking forward to work with you guys for the first time, and and hopefully there will be some brilliant ideas emerge through the hackathon. So yeah, let's welcome the second speaker, Sam, which is CEO of ZBack, to give a speech. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Chris and Ken, thank you so much for joining in today. I'm Sam, founder of ZBack. ZBack is a money streaming protocol on Solana. We started in 2021. Before ZBack, I started an AI company, sold it, scaled it to a significant growth. And that time I realized there was a big problem in payments and payroll. So that's where we started this idea of being able to do payroll in real time. We raised almost $60 million for that. We became one of the largest protocol on Solana. And that time we saw a lot of interesting opportunity and ended up working with Eclipse team to enable modular roll-up solution. And that time we saw our community propose a interesting idea of actually bringing a community-owned chain called Nautilus Chain, and we are one of the core contributors towards that. I personally am like I started first company when I was in college. I was like 19, and I was taking 8 classes in the daytime because I was taking 19 credits, so the worst decision of my life. And in the nighttime, I was selling softwares to executives all around the world. And true story, I used to wear a suit just to make people think that I was really old. And I even sit in a certain angle to make me look a little bit older. So I learned that time that all the things that I am right now, right, like all the good things, bad things, right, my building strategy and all that kind of stuff came from my experience of having built that great company, right, and having built the technology. So that's why, I've always been keen on helping student founders. Last year, I helped 2 student founders start 2 to 3 different companies. 3 student founders start 3 different companies, and they have combined raised $5 million. And for Nautilus, one of our biggest ambition is to be able to support people to build great companies, and also a lot of interesting human-oriented use cases, right? When I say human-oriented use cases, is because most of the crypto application is focused around traders and very esoteric financial use cases. And I think there are certain use cases that can be built on, which can be around real world use cases, right? And which is what we are really passionate about, right? Because that's what Zibek was. Zibek was going to started with the idea of solving the payroll problem. And right now we directly and indirectly do payroll of 30,000 people, over $300 million annual payroll, right? And that's kind of the type of companies we want to see ourselves, right? And which we want to support directly as well. So yeah, we're very excited to support anyone. If you are any builder who wants to build any companies around this space, and if you want to chat directly, feel free to reach out to us. We will be always there with our marketing, BD, growth, fundraising, any of the support, because we have raised money from top investors you can think of, right? We know as many people you need to know in crypto, and we think that we will be able to help any good company, right? Any good idea go from an idea to a company, and we're very excited to be supporting this hackathon. And thanks to Chris and Kun and Stanford blockchain to actually helping us make this happen.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much, Sam. It's definitely very inspired. It is worthy to mentioning that Nautilus Chain, one of the sponsors of this hackathon, will soon launch the mainnet as the very first industry's modular layer 3 chain. So it is expected to further demonstrate layer 3 to the industry through this hackathon event. And it is definitely expected to promote layer 3 from early concepts to practice. So while we are still waiting for Omer to join a meeting, I can briefly introduce about the requirements for this hackathon. So basically, if you are developers and want to join a hackathon, you are expected to submit this informations. The first, DoraHacks registration, which is a very obvious thing, is the only submission channel. Second, provide access to working applications, for example, test account, or a website, demo, production, etc. And also, instructions must be provided for judges to access. Third, you must include a video about 3 minutes that demonstrate your submissions. Videos must be uploaded to YouTube, Vimeo, or Facebook video and made public. Fourth, provide a text description of a project that explains how the new features were implemented. Fifth, identify which category you are submitting into. So for the videos, it can pretty much be included as one of the demo video. And for the text description, you can pretty much cover this when you're creating your own project doing the submissions. There are also some of the submission requirements that I can briefly go through. The submissions to the Boundless Hackathon must meet these following requirements, including a project built with the requirements developer tools and meet the above project requirements. Include a text description that should explain the new features of the functionality of your project. Include a demonstration video of your project, the video portion of the submissions. Be original work of the submitters, be solely owned by the submitters, and not violate the IP rights of any other person or entity. Access must be provided to an entrance working project for judging and testing by providing a link to a website functioning a demo or test build or test build. If entrance website is private, it must be included login credentials in its testing instructions. Multiple submissions. This is a little bit special. An entrant must submit more than one submission. However, each submission must be unique and substantially different from each other. Each of the entrance other submissions. And there's one last language requirement. All of the submission materials must be in English, or if not in English, the entrant must provide an English translations of the demonstration video, text description, and testing instructions, as well as all other materials submitted. Yeah, that's pretty much all of the requirements. It's very detailed and comprehensive, I think. You can also find all of the information in the DoraHacks website. Not sure if Kun, you have a couple minutes to talk a little bit more about like the judging criteria of the hackathon, as you are one of the judges for the hackathon.
Sure. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I guess you can pretty much talk a little bit more about like what type of the developers, what type of the project that you guys are looking for this hackathon, and also like the very standard criteria of the hackathon as well.
Yeah, I can share a little bit from high level of things that we're looking for. So I think stage one is pretty like much we check if it's like meet the baseline requirements, like whether the project's viable, makes sense, and meet the basic criteria, fits the theme, and reasonably apply the like the required all the requirements specified hackathon. And we will decide probably like around 25-ish project, and then pass on to the next after the first round or pre-screening round, and do more kind of evaluation or more detailed look at the startup we choose from round one. And then some of the criteria would choose or use to choose a startup. Bit more the second round is like the quality of the idea, whether it's innovative, creative, that demonstrates some kind of unique and interesting approach towards certain problems in the blockchain space, and then potential value for and like whether it's like more like venture investable and potentially becoming a investable startup for VCs, and also the impact, whether it's like going to be a small project or more like kind of mass scale, have the potential to become a mass scale kind of a project, and how feasible it is to implement it and have a real world impact. And also, if it has a UX aspect of it, it's more like how intuitive the user experience is, and how much consideration have the team putting into for the design aspect of the project and the usability part of the project. Some other criteria I can think of is more on the community aspect. This is only a hackathon, but we can consider potential kind of impact for the community side. Those are some of the criteria we're probably going to apply for evaluating teams that pass the first round of pre-screening, entering the second phase. And from there, we'll pick some of the winners based on some of the criteria I just mentioned.
Cool. Thanks, Kun. Sam, I'm not sure if you have more that want to be added here.
Yeah, no, for us, right, like for me personally, right, like a few things that I'm interested is an infrastructure project, right? And the second thing is like, which I have been like pretty much big in commenting on this in the entire crypto and Web3 is like our world is very distant from the actual proper economics, because traditionally the economics work is there is an actual demand and there's an actual there's actual economics happening because someone is willing to pay for something, right? And that type of economics has not been built in crypto majority, right? That's why like the few things I'm like right now interested in is building like picks and shovel business, right? On AI, and actually using crypto as a way of orchestrating human interaction, because uh, because a lot of this picks and shovel business in AI works slowly, right? People are paid like every 45 days, and sometimes there's a there's a problem verifying data and all that kind of stuff, which we can easily transform just like using simple layer in crypto, right? And I think it's a prime time to actually build like similar economic project as well, where you can see you can actually draw economics from the real world and power that using crypto, right? So this is one of the things that we're excited about. And the second thing I'm excited about is a lot of things like even in fintech application has been focused for a very small number of people, right? And to build something for like larger mass, right? And that has to do with usability and simplicity, right? So if anyone can build application around that, would definitely be something that I would be interested in. And like for me personally, right, like the biggest thing is going to be team, right? If a team can pull some build something and sustain something and grow something, because the idea that you start with is always not the idea that you end with, right? I can tell you from my Tibet experience, right? And that's the biggest thing that is important, is the team, right? Can the team actually build something, right? So one of the few things I personally will look into is like, what is the validity of the current idea, what the team has built, right? And is the team capable of actually evolving to the market needs, right? And sustaining the company, because it's fun building stuff for a college project, but it's very, very tough to actually go out there and take someone else's money, because even though investors are willing to write checks, right, it doesn't mean that that money came out of nothing, right? Like investors also raise money from pension fund, and that pension fund money is coming from normal people, right? That's people kind of forget that aspect of it. So the biggest thing is, can someone take the investors capital and build a big company out of it, right? So this is something I would personally look into the team, and that's the type of team we want to back, right? Like a team that is diligent, that is honest, that is willing to hustle and hard work to actually build something that can last, is what I would personally want to support, and what Zebek and Nautilus would want to support.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think Kun and Sam just shares on Alpha doing this opening ceremony. So if you are students, university students that trying to build something very cool, please seize this chance. So yeah, I guess just before, I'm not sure if Omar gonna join, but just a little bit more information about this hackathon. So this hackathon have 50,000 prize pool, and there's couple prizes pool setting. There are first, second, and third place with relatively 10,000, 7,000, and 5,000 prizes for each. And there's two more. The first is most creative prize was 2,000 prizes, and honorable mentions prizes was 1,000 prizes. And there's also some very good ecosystem bonus prizes. For example, up to 25 projects selected on the stage one are eligible to receive 1,000 prizes, which is can pretty much cover integration with the knowledge chain mainnet. And there are also another technical bonus prizes. The organizer foundation will select at least 10 projects with innovative potential from above 30 projects and provide technical support. Each project will receive Amazon Cloud credits of $15,000 to $25,000 and share a total of up to $250 credit pool. And AI generated builder identity prices. We all know that AI is one of the buzzwords recently. The first 100 registered builders will receive an AI generated identity whitelist from Aspecta ID, visually display your development footprint and data achievements in Web 2 and Web 3. For more information, it is I believe it's a developer and hacker profile protocols. And they are supporting many of the major technical events. And please keep in mind this is actually very important. So the hackathon have already kicked off, so it means that you can right now submit your project through the DoraHacks platform, and the last day of the submissions will be July 1st. So there are literally 13 days and 4 hours left. So if you really want to build something really cool and want to get great exposure in some of the industry leaders, please make sure that you submit your project and ideas before July 1st of 2023. Cool. So I think that should cover all of the things. From our side, I guess Omar won't be able to join this opening ceremony, but Omar will play as a judges and strategic partners for this hackathon. So yeah, I guess we will see everyone doing the hackathon and at the end of the closing ceremony. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you, Kun. Thank you, Sam. Thanks everybody to join the event. And hope you guys can all doing great doing the hackathon.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Hey guys.
Cheers. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Yes. Bye.